This week's ARP quarter-mile quiz question comes from Brenda in Virginia, who wants to know, do pros use air or nitrogen in their tires? For the answer, we turn to Pro Stock champion Alan Johnson.
Just air. We've never experienced or tried nitrogen. I don't know if anybody out here does, but this Mopar car, all it has is regular air in it.
If you have a question for the ARP quarter-mile quiz, send it to the address on your screen. If we use your question on the air, you'll receive an ARP quarter-mile quiz shirt.
Welcome back to Performance TV. When it comes to circle track racing, Brinn is the name. Today we've got Herb here from Brinn Inc. Tell us a little bit about your transmissions. I mean, almost every circle track car I see out there on dirt late models, they have a Brinn transmission. Why Brinn? What's so special about your transmission?
Well, there are a number of things that are special about it. We're trying to reduce total weight, and we're trying to reduce rotating weight or inertia.
And that rotating weight is horsepower. It takes horsepower to turn that, so
it takes horsepower to turn it, and it takes horsepower to stop it as you go in the corner, to slow it down. So you lose on both ends if you have excess inertia. The total transmission weighs 52 pounds, but that includes the clutch, which is in the countershaft, and only half the clutch is driven.
Really? Now, how many gears?
2 speeds and reverse. We have a low gear to get out of the pits and get out on the racetrack. We have a reverse to back out of your pit stall, or if you don't need it for any other reason, you need it because the rules say you have to have it.
Right. Now, this is something that actually you've had around for many years. This is what you call reliable, right?
That's correct.
Now, this bell housing, it's awfully light. What's this made out of? I mean, this weighs nothing.
That is magnesium.
Magnesium. It's strong. It's all one unit. I mean, you're a racer at heart, I can tell. You need less weight to go fast. Everything here is less weight. The starter, there's not a lot of weight here, but it looks like it's a very powerful starter.
Starter weighs 8 pounds, and it will start virtually any motor that's being used.
Well, and if you think that's light, Tommy, check out the flywheel here. This thing is extremely light, and look how small that is. What is this made out of?
The flywheel itself is aircraft alloy aluminum, and the starter ring is chrome moly.
Wow. So we've got lightweight, we've got strength, because if we don't, we're going to find our weak link really fast. I know we're going to be installing this transmission today. Tommy, I'm going to go ahead and get this installed first. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get the flywheel on, which goes on real easy. Now, you probably can try to line up your bolts to start with, but you can find them pretty easy. These bolts are going to be torqued. Actually, they're going to be torqued to 65. Some racers actually do 70, but first we're going to start off and put just a little bit of our ARP fastener lube on here, because it's going to help it torque right the first time. Get the first one started, then they're going to be easier from there. We don't need to put a whole lot of this ARP lube on here, just enough to help them set. Can't believe how light it is. Tommy stole my stool. I think I could use it about right now. Sometimes when you get into the tight places like this, you gotta use a little bit different socket. We got all the tools here. And like I said, some people torque them to 65, some to 70. We're just going to 65 here. There you go. Gonna finish torquing these up, get ready for them to put in the bell housing next.
All right, Kathy, we'll get this bell housing installed. Now, Herb, this thing is lightweight, but it's strong, right? I mean, how much power can one of these things hold?
Well, the unlimited dirt late models, a good one's 800 horsepower, but there are some around that are considerably more than that, close to 900.
Well, that seems like plenty to me. So let's get this thing installed here. We'll put her up here. You can see the opening in the top of the bell housing there. I see the belts right here. You drive a belt off of that. What's that for?
Typically, you drive a 4-stage dry sump oil pump, a power steering pump, and a fuel pump, all off of that pulley with the belt up through the top of the bell housing.
Wow, that's good. You got the good access to it. Starter gear here. After we install the starter engages the flywheel. Everything is small, lightweight.
Right, and you're getting that oil pump combination probably weighs 20 pounds, and you're getting all of that weight to the center of the car.
Perfect. We'll finish tightening this bell housing up and get it installed. We got to take a break. When we come back, the transmission is next on Performance TV.
Performance TV, presented by Low Carb Performance Products, is being brought to you by Wiseco. One name, one solution. And by Doug Lee Ingenuity, when only the best will do. And by Dorman Products, new since 1918.
Welcome back to Performance TV. Hey, Tommy, here's your transmission for you.
Well, thanks, Kathy. You know, normally, most transmissions, you need a transmission jack. It'd be nice to put that up in here. The cool thing about the Brinn, it's lightweight enough. You can grab a hold of it, stick it up in there. Herb, you want to give me a little hand here, and we'll just shove this up in there. Go behind there. Stick in that input shaft.
Yeah, we got a brake line in there.
There we go. Kathy, you want to grab that output shaft and line up our input shaft for us?
How are we doing up there?
Turn it a little bit more.
That's a pretty big input shaft. Is it like 1 7/8 or something like that?
Inch and 3/8.
Inch and 3/8, okay.
And
You get it in there? And there you have it. Tommy, you are good.
Herb, now, what, 4 bolts hold this in there?
oh yes.
Now, do we torque these as well?
No, we do
Just tighten them up, okay.
They once told me, tight's tight, too tight's 2 pieces.
Do we have any place in here as well to do like a tranny temp?
Temperature, not normally.
Okay.
These don't run very hot because it's a straight through transmission. You're not turning any gears, so you don't generate any heat.
All right, Tommy, here you go. Here's your starter. Here you go, Herb. You guys are doing a really good job in here. So good, I'm gonna let you keep doing it.
Oh, yeah, thanks. All right, Herb, we're gonna put this starter on. Let's see, just got lined up here. We gotta fit that collar in the hole.
And you have to line the gear up also.
All right. Gears lined up. There we go, right into place. All right, put these bolts in. I'm gonna put these bolts in and tighten them up. What else we got left after this, Herb?
After you tighten the starter up, what we have left is to install the drive shaft. We need to attach the shift linkage to the shifters on the side of the transmission, attach the hydraulic clutch line to the slave cylinder, and bleed the clutch.
Oh, perfect. Well, we ain't got a lot left, so while we finish this up, let's see what Kathy's got.
I don't really know what you were complaining about, Tommy, you know, holding that tranny in the air. I mean, look at this. One hand. Well, actually, maybe it's not exactly the same tranny, but Bob Keatsman, who's also with the folks from Brinn, tell me about what you have going on here and what this project is about.
Well, Kathy, that's a new revolutionary transmission. We're coming out for mid-2013. That's going to weigh approximately 14 pounds less than the rest of our products.
14 pounds is huge.
Better than that, it's going to reduce all the rotating weight that we have in our current transmission. This will be a lot less.
That's amazing. You know, and it's not just the transmissions and stuff that you guys are doing and the starter and stuff like we saw earlier, but tell me about what you're doing for the street rod market.
Well, we have a line of street rod shocks for older Corvettes, Camaros, Chevelles, and they'll also fit in a lot of different applications, but these are adjustable shock absorbers that are direct replacement shocks for your street rod applications.
And actually, they work a little bit different than some of the other ones we've seen before on the way they adjust, right?
These shocks you can adjust while they're on the vehicle. They hang down below the A-frame and easy to get to. The adjuster adjusts compression and rebound. We've worked on the knob design so you can hear a click when you're adjusting them on the vehicle. And they're easy to hear the click and easy to adjust.
That's going to make it great for the guys. You have some other stuff too to keep things nice and clean.
Yep, we've got overflow cans for cooling systems. These will go with your cooling system for any street vehicle.
I think this is something Tommy forgot to put on the car over here.
Yeah, this is a steering quickener. We have 2 versions, a 1.5 to 1 gear ratio and a 2 to 1 gear ratio. It's used in the steering system on these race cars.
Wow, you guys really cover all kinds of things. We want to check out your website. We can do so.
Yes, you can. Our website's www.brinninc.com.
Well, that's all that we have time for on this week's edition of Performance TV. Hope you'll join us again next week. Hey, Tommy, did you finally get that thing done over here or what?
Yeah, got all your work done again.
Oh, wait a minute. No, did you really need my help? I'm sorry. I could come over and help you. That's all right.
Help is that a word? Help or hinder?